Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're taking a deep dive into something I know a lot of us can get behind, and that's audiobooks.
A deep dive into audiobooks sounds good.
I think it's safe to say that audiobooks have really become a staple for so many of us these days,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
whether we're commuting or working out or just trying to unwind after a long day. It's like having a personal narrator right there in your pocket. But here's something you might not know. The very first audiobooks, they weren't created for convenience or even entertainment. They were actually a tool for accessibility.
That's right, for the visually impaired.
Exactly. So get this, we're talking way back in the 1930s. Vinyl records were all the rage. And there were some organizations like the American Foundation for the Blind who were real pioneers in this space. They started recording books onto these records, and it really opened up a whole new world for people who couldn't access literature in the traditional way.
It's amazing to think about it, right? I mean, imagine trying to get through, like, the Odyssey on a stack of vinyl records.
Oh my gosh, I know. I
Yeah.
can't even imagine.
It must have been quite the commitment to listen to a whole book.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But even with those limitations, the folks who were making these early audiobooks, they weren't messing around when it came to choosing content. We're talking Shakespeare, the Bible, the Iliad, and the Odyssey, those real heavy hitters.
Yeah, these weren't just random books they were choosing, right? These were cornerstones of literature and education, things that had and still have so much cultural significance.
Absolutely.
It makes you think why those specific works.
It does.
And I think, it's because they offer such rich insights into the human condition. Like, take the Iliad, for example. It's not just a war story. It's an exploration of heroism, fate, the consequences of conflict, all these timeless themes that people were grappling with back then and that we still grapple with today.
Wow. Yeah. That's such a good point. And to think, for someone in the 1930s who maybe couldn't experience the world in the same way as others, these recordings gave them a way to connect with those universal human experiences through stories.
Exactly.
It wasn't just about information. It was about feeling connected to something bigger.
Absolutely.
It's really amazing. So then fast forward a few decades, and boom, the cassette tape enters the scene. Suddenly, audiobooks are portable and more affordable.
Right. More accessible to more people.
Totally. And that really must have been a game changer. I mean, now people could listen to books while they were commuting or exercising or even just doing chores around the house. It wasn't just about accessibility anymore. It was about convenience.
Totally. It really marked a shift, from audiobooks being a niche thing to them starting to enter the mainstream. And once that happened, well, there was no turning back.
That's so true. And then, of course, we hit the digital age and everything explodes. Now we have digital formats, streaming services, thousands upon thousands of titles at our fingertips, all instantly accessible. It's incredible how far we've come from those early days of vinyl records.
It's pretty mind-blowing, isn't it? And it really makes you think about the future, doesn't it?
Oh, totally. Like, what are audiobooks going to look like 10, 20 years from now?
I know, right? Will new technologies make them even more immersive? Will we see entirely new forms of storytelling emerge as a result of this format? I mean, who knows, but it's definitely exciting to think about.
Absolutely. This whole deep dive has really given me a whole new appreciation for audiobooks.
Me too.
It's just amazing how something that started as a tool for inclusion became this global industry. And it speaks to the power of human ingenuity, doesn't it? Our need to connect, to share stories, and the fact that those stories can find a way no matter the format.
It's a testament to the enduring power of stories, right? How they can reach across any barrier we put up and connect us.
Exactly. So the next time you're listening to an audiobook, just think about that journey from those early vinyl recordings to the digital wonders we have today. It's a pretty amazing story in itself.
I think that's a great note to end on.
I agree. And on that note, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Until next time.